Today we're going to learn how to draw a field map, add location markers, and export it as a KMZ KML file. This is a very good way to kind of avoid the problem of which field is it? Where do I go? Which gate do I open? This is also a great tool for people that were soil sampling when I had to manage interns and other people. It made it very clear where to go. I'm going to link below the Medium blog that writes out everything you need step by step, including all the links. Step 1, access Google My Maps. Make sure you are signed into your Google account. Click on Create New Map in the top left-hand corner. If you already have a KMZ file, you're going to want to click Import and then just load it into here. And then it'll auto-populate and probably look something like this. Now back to the map. It's very important that we rename it properly, so let's go here and rename it. So you just click on the untitled layer, and I think it's important to name it stuff that makes sense, like rented fields. Also, I think pro tip to kind of keep it organized, add another layer. So I'm going to call this layer, I didn't mean to add that many. Yep, delete it. So you click add layer, click on it again, and I think I'm going to call this home fields. Now you're going to want to draw your fields. I believe that the best thing you can do is go to base map here, change it to satellite view, or else it just gets really hard to see stuff. Make sure you're in the correct layer if you're using multiple layers. Like for this one, I don't want it to be in rented fields. I want it to be in home fields. So I'm going to click home fields and wait till that blue shows up. Let's start by adding a marker, and that is this little pinpoint right here. We're going to click on it, and then we're going to select it. We're going to use the tiny field for our example, just so that way it goes by faster. So you're going to rename it to something that makes sense. So main entrance makes sense. You can type a description, and that's what I love about this thing, and also include a photo. So for example, you could say needs a key, use yellow lock, and you can attach like photographs to it. Hit save when you're happy, and then that is it. This field is not by a main road, so always keep this in mind and try to put a marker for vehicles to come through. I'm not going to do it on this map just because I want to keep this information private. Now you're going to want to draw your field, and how you're going to do that is you're going to select this tool that says draw a line and just start clicking the border. As you can see, I've got them close together. That makes it more accurate, but you can definitely spread them apart. Just know that it doesn't really do well when you spread them apart on a corner like this, and it is up to your discretion on what to include or not include. Like you see this area right here, it's kind of dead. I'm not going to include it, and I'm going to keep it close together since we are going on a corner. And this field's kind of shaped a little weird. I'm going to go a little bit longer because it's pretty straight here. And obviously zoom in more if this is still hard to see. I'm going to go around the entrance. And then, you know what? We're going to go all the way to the end. Awesome. So as you can see, it makes a polygon. Make sure you actually connect it, because if you don't, it does something strange. But we're going to rename this to something that makes more sense. And I'm going to call it home field. Put anything in the descriptor and hit save. And as you can see, it automatically saves the shape. And then what you're going to do now is that you want to make this more visible. And I also really like that it tells you like the acreages right here. Make sure that everything is set in acres, or else it does default, I think, to SI units. So I think it's cool. It says 4.92 acres. And then we want to make it more visible. I like this yellow color, but you don't have to. And then I like to make the border width a little thick. Go to where you like it, and then you are all set. You can also add photos or videos too if you want to. But this is it. Now let's add some sample points. So we're going to go back to our add marker, and then I'm just going to place one here. And we're going to rename it sample point soil or whatever. Hit save, and then add as many or as little as you need. 0.2. And I also like that you can put directions. Repeat all these steps for all of your fields. And don't be afraid to play with the colors and have fun with it. Like, I tried different colors and different widths right here. When you're ready, create a shareable link. So all you have to do is just make sure that everything you want is selected. Like if you only want to send the home fields, only select that. But if you want all of them, make sure everything's selected, hit share, and then make sure that this is toggled on where anyone can view this link. And for a lot of you, the tutorial just kind of stops right here. You don't need to keep going, but I think it's really important to save your work and also have the potential to use it on a different machine. So go to these three little bars here, or this menu right here about 2026 fields. And then I want you to click on Export to KML, KMZ. You want to export as KML instead of KMZ. That way it's usable in other places. You want to select entire map in this case, but if not, you can select and hit download. Call it what you want and hit save. So when should you save a KML? This is when you just want a basic map. You just want like the shape and some very important points. Other than that, you want to use a KMZ. This is something that works natively with Google Maps and it'll store the icons, layers, and images. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Happy mapping!